welcome back to the video. Those bloody seagulls, man. Yo!
What's happening? Newest one you can get.
Yeah, brand new.
It looks slick AF, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like AF.
You love all black everything, don't you, Johnny?
Yeah. Thank God the rain stayed off.
I did one sip of coffee, just seen the shit I done, man. All that party.
I'm recording as well. All that part. Alright, so we came down to the Old Faithful. I cannot say that word, faithful. Trying my hardest to get into the zone. I'm so tired. I must have got like 2-3 hours sleep. Thankfully though, it's just 90 minute zone 2 run, 5 minutes at zone 1, 80 minutes at zone 2, followed by a 5-minute zone 1 recovery run. There's my boy. Yes bro.
Yeah.
What's your plan for today?
I've got a mile in zone 1 and 8.5 zone 2, 0.5 mile in zone 1 cool down.
Training plan going well?
Training plan going excellent. A few issues with the hamstring, but that'll be alright.
Quick warm up there. Alright, warm up complete. You good to go?
Let's go.
Boom. As predicted, here comes the rain.
Yep.
God, I think it's going to hammer it down, man. Maybe the White Hawkers were a bad choice. Going to get absolutely manky. Shit, they already are.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow. Turn me up a little more. I'm setting traps, I'm alone. You know you whack, I'm a maniac. Boy, you know I'm black to the bone. Pick a place, pick a date. I go cool, pick a low. Thought you was good, huh? Take you out back, Drake through the woods, huh? Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh? Give me that, where the city at? Nitty gritty, this ain't gonna be pretty, Jack. Not afraid, get up out the way. Y'all used to hate, look at what you made.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, what are these zones that I keep speaking about? And so, I don't know if you remember from the first training video, I done a series of tests. One of the tests has been the lactic threshold heart rate test. And from that test, I was able to collect data, determine my running zones. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone X, Zone 3, Zone Y, Zone 4, Zone 5. So those zone categories determine what pace I should be running at and what heart rate to be running at. And if you don't have all these mod cons like a heart rate strap, GPS, heart rate watch, the best way to know if you're running at zone 2 pace or zone 1 is you should be able to hold a conversation. Oh man, thank God for that. It stopped raining for a minute. So as I'm running, I just see Ewan up ahead, and we both started off at the same time. However, our zone 2s are completely different by about 1 minute 40, I think. Mine's is roughly 8:20 minutes per mile. Ewan's is about 10 minutes per mile. And so yeah, we're both sticking to those paces. So what's happened here is, I've just went off a little faster than Ewan, basically catching up to him, almost lapping him. So yeah, like I said, next time you see that monster workout on Strava, do not copy it. If anything, find your running zones by doing the test and use the workout as a guide, sticking to your specific zones. Here he comes. There he is. Okay, so that didn't work out quite as planned. As I was about to pass Ewan, he had to have an emergency stop. But yeah, there he is. There he goes again. How'd you on? How'd you feel?
Good, man. My hamstrings are a wee bit sore the last 2 miles, but they held up pretty well. Best time, recovery.
Recovery time. Coffee time first.
Yeah.
Do I grab a coffee? Nice one. Let's do that. I think you can just stick them in the washing machine. I hope so. You get the right idea. Black ones.
For me.
These white ones were a good idea.
What was so you weren't going by heart rate there?
No, I'm going by pace. Is it broke?
No, I don't think so. It's just waxing it.
Coffee time.
29 miles under my belt this week.
Was it 29 miles?
29 mile week.
Right, coffee. Go, go, go. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Coffee, I've been waiting for this all day. So I was going to ask you about your training plan and what you're training for.
So I'm training was training for the Edinburgh Marathon, but it's been cancelled. But I'm doing the virtual marathon, so the Edinburgh Virtual Marathon, so I'm still training for that. I'm doing the 80-20 training, but more specific to running, whereas I think you're doing it for triathlon, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm 6-7 days a week at the moment, 80-20 split, 80% aerobic, mostly low aerobic, 20% moderate and high intensity every Sunday. Long runs,
Like
zone
today.
2 like today we just did, so yeah,
It was sick.
cheers to that.
All right. 5 minutes zone 1, 80 minutes zone 2. Okay, so let's talk training plan. So there are a few books that I've read and I use to guide me through this this process. In fact, this is the 3 of them right here. So for a really simplified description of low intensity training, then this is the go-to book. This is the book that sort of set the foundations for me on my knowledge of training, I guess. Followed by my go-to nutrition book, which is Thrive by Brendan Brazier. Yeah, really, really good book. And last but not least, the Bible. 80-20 Triathlon by Matt Fitzgerald and David Warden. So for training for the 70.3 in Weymouth, my training plan was all over the place. I wasn't following any plan really. I was probably in the moderate to high intensity for every session. I still managed to complete the 70.3. The question is, did I complete it to the best of my capability? Which then brought me on to this training plan, 80-20. The philosophy is 80% low intensity, 20% moderate to high intensity training. And now this low intensity, high volume training has came up in every single one of these books. Every book I read, it talks about low intensity. The slower you go, the fitter you get. Surely if you run slower, you don't get faster. Looking at the numbers, it works. And so this book has got a number of different training plans at different levels. For swim, bike, run, it's got sprint distance, Olympic distance, half Ironman distance, really handy book. So this is what I'm basing my whole training plan off of, which is this book. However, I'm having to change bits here and there to suit my work life, my social life. Talking of which, I have just came back from a 3-week trip offshore and I was on night shift, which completely flipped my whole body on its head. Physically, mentally, it was really tough. And obviously being at work, I haven't been able to get the swimming that I really wanted to get in. However, I was able to get a lot of useful strength training in as the gym was open. Now, we were only allowed 30 minutes at a time and we had to sign up every day for a 30-minute slot. However, I managed to suss it out, and if I had taken the 3:30 in the afternoon, then no one came in after me. So sometimes I was getting an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, that's it. Thank God. My next run's going to be on dry land. Whew. Home time. So yeah, when it comes to Ironman training, the name of the game is to increase the aerobic capacity. Your aerobic capacity is the body's ability to extract oxygen from the atmosphere, transport it to the working muscles, and use it to release energy from metabolic fuels, powering muscle contraction. And so what that really means in simple terms is making the heart stronger. And so the 80-20 plan has shown to be more effective for endurance athletes than, say, a moderate to high intensity training plan. So I done an FTP test on the Turbo Trainer and I got my FTP score. I also done my lactic threshold heart rate test on the run, which gave me my threshold score, pace, heart rate. And from that, again, like I said, I was able to put into percentages for each zone. And the good thing about this training plan is between 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, there's zone X and Y. What they describe in this book is the moderate intensity rut. A lot of amateurs like myself could sort of bleed into when they get, say they're on a zone 2 low heart rate run, they get super excited and end up bleeding into the moderate intensity rut, which is what I think happened to me at the beginning of the year, and the result of that was the injury. So I thought we could dive into my Excel spreadsheet, my training plan, just have a look at a typical week. So as you can see here, I am now on base 2 of a 7 block training plan. Base 1, base 2, base 3, build 1, build 2, peak and race. So let's have a look at base 2 and this week. So in this block, this is a 3-week block. So as you can see here, I've separated the days of the week and the 3 disciplines, including a 4th, which is strength, which we'll be doing in base 1, base 2 and base 3. Look at it as setting the foundations of our fitness. You can see my scores here on the left for the bike and the scores here for the run. And that's another good thing, having it down and writing. There's no thinking involved, it's there, it's something to follow, it's good for the mind. Waking up knowing exactly what you're going to do on that day. So basically all I do is take the workouts from the back of this book, put them onto the spreadsheet, take my zones and stick them into each workout. And that's it, it's as simple as that. You have to make the plan work for you. So a typical training block is roughly 3 to 4 weeks. And on the last week is normally a recovery week where the volume and intensity decreases, which is a really good time to retest, just to make sure that your power or your pace is syncing with your heart rate as you get fitter. So yeah, I've actually got one of them coming up next week. However, before you devise a training plan, I highly recommend, if you buy a bike, go and get a bike fit. When I done a bike fit, I actually done a bike fit a couple of months ago, and the bike fitter, he told me after it, he was holding back a laugh because he couldn't believe the way I was riding. My form was so off. He says I was basically squatting on my bike riding, and he can't really believe that I'd done a half Ironman in that position. So if you buy a bike, go and get a bike fit. Before you buy new trainers, I highly recommend you go and do a run fit, which is basically you go into any local running shop. They stick you on a treadmill. They have these fancy cameras that slow down your run. So you basically just run and they slow the footage down and they determine whether you overpronate or underpronate, and from that they'll advise what type of shoe to wear. Alright, so I have just had my run fit and it turns out it's only minimal. My left ankle slightly falls in, so I've just reverted back to the Nikes. They're going to give me a little bit of stability on that left side. That's what we do it for. So now that you've had your bike fit, you have your new running shoes, highly advise you start testing. So that would be an FTP test on the bike for your power, and a lactic threshold heart rate test for your pace and your heart rate for your run. And for the swimming, if you have access to a pool, can't see that happening anytime soon. I'll tell you what, I'll put all the tests down in the description below where you guys can check them out and try them out. Okay guys, so this is where that part of the video ends. Unfortunately, my microphone ran out of battery, so the rest of the 10-minute conversation is in complete silence. So I was talking about getting your bike fit, getting your run fit, doing your FTP test for the bike and doing your LTHR threshold test for the run. We are down at the track today doing said test. So it's been 8 weeks since my first test, so it'll be super interesting to see the data and the results. Yeah, see how far we've came the last 8 weeks. Just a quick warm up, we'll get into it. The hardest run you'll probably ever do. Max out, let's go. Check these out.
I'm going to step people up.
What are you planning on doing with these bad boys?
I don't really know. Just play it out.
Former Scotland sprinter, 300 metre nationals champion. He's got the spikes. What you got planned for today?
Tempo run today, 44 minutes.
Boom.
Get it done.
Track Tuesdays.
Track Tuesdays. First and last for a while,
I
sadly.
know, man, I know.
Get it in the day.
Talk to you about that next week.
Alright, okay.
Run slow, get fast, bro! What's your plan this morning, Nikki? What are you going to do now?
100 meters in 9 seconds.
9 seconds. Love that attitude. How long ago was that?
I felt like I was fast.
It was fast, man. How long ago was that you done that?
Like 10 years?
10 years. So, first time in 10 years. Well done. Now, it's my turn.
Doing so well. Keep it going. Form looks good. Going. You going to be sick?
6 seconds past 10. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lactic threshold heart rate test. Right, let's get back. Let's go home, upload the data, and see if we've gained any fitness. How's your run?
Lovely.
Okay guys, so the scores are in, the data has been uploaded, and it turns out that I have increased my threshold pace by 9 seconds within 8 weeks of training, which is a good thing. Obviously I thought I was going to be a bit more, but it's been a pretty stressful couple of weeks. But on a positive note, we are getting faster, which is a good thing. I've also just finished doing my functional threshold power test. That is the FTP test on the bike, and it turns out that I have increased my power by 21 watts. I'm now sitting at 273 as my FTP. I'm super happy with because I've really been working hard on the bike. So yeah, it just shows you that this low intensity, high volume training plan, it does work. So on that positive note, I think we'll end the vlog there. I hope you guys have taking a little something from that, having a look at my plan and just seeing how simple and easy it is. All you have to do is have it written down, and you just have to be consistent, committed, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun. You need to trust the process. The process does become fun, trust me. So again guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment, get out there, get after it, and make it count. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace.